The Isle 95.9.
It's 2 minutes into the hour of 6, and of course, it is time for us to get straight into the ILSME every single day on the Isle Rush from myself and Nonye. We get to share with you tips that will be useful for your business. And if you're not a business person as well, if you do 9 to 5, we also let you on information that can help you, in your 9 to 5 as well. But for today, we want to talk about something that we feel a couple of people would be able to relate to. Because I remember during the handover between myself, Moye, and Antoinette, we were talking about money. And we made mention of the fact that a lot of people do a lot of things these days so they can have multiple sources of income. Now, you see, one thing we also do not talk about as well is the fact that all of those things you do all together cannot exist alongside each other for too long. At some point, some will have to leave the way for some to come in. So we want to let you in on tips that will let you know when it is time for you to quit your 9 to 5 and maybe face your side hustle. Because your side hustle can also become your main hustle. That's how you do it. So we've got about 8 tips, I guess. Yes, 8 tips for you on the show today. And I already kicked it off. Let's go.
Okay, first off, I'll tell you, your side hustle is paying your rent. And then some of your weekend things now pays your rent, covers groceries, and still leaves change. Your 9 to 5 will just be your side hustle in disguise. That's a sign for you. That's a sign your SME is scaling into something serious. So it's apparently time for you to say goodbye to that 9 to 5.
Of course. So once your side also starts paying rent and the bills, what do you need that one that you call a major hustle for?
Exactly. That's why I said it turns to old side hustle. Imagine.
All right, the second tip will let you in on for you to notice that it is time for you to quit that 9 to 5 is when you discover that at your major hustle, your main hustle, it's like you're running a mini, call center from your desk. When you're taking suppliers' calls during team strategy meetings and responding to customers from the office bathroom, you are not a bad employee. Let's first clear that out of the way for you. You're just working 2 jobs in one chair, and one of them is truly yours. So the one that is taking up the most of your time and paying you, that is the one that is truly yours. You are in your main also, but you've discovered that based off demand, your people that you're servicing with your side also keep coming back to you back to back in a way that your main also is not taking the back seat. That is a sign for you to give it retirement ticket and let it go.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, I'll also say this. If every morning you're questioning why you are pouring all your energy into someone else's vision while your own business is starving for attention, that's not just Monday blues. That's your exit strategy knocking on the door.
See, this is for those who have something that you're doing on the side. Because if your alarm clock rings and you are pissed, if you don't have anything you're doing on the side, my brother, you will suffer. Seriously. The music still coming your way. This is Drake. What Did I Miss is the title of this one. You missed a little bit if you're just tuning in right now, but there's still more for you to catch up on. Couple up.
The Isle 95.9.
You're still live on the ILSME on the Isle Rush. Call me Josh, the BlackBoyCoffee.
Nonye is right here, and we are teaching you or telling you when it's time for you to quit that 9 to 5. We've already given you 3 tips. Your side hustle is paying your rent and then some. We also mentioned the fact that you're running a mini call center from your desk. And I mentioned your alarm clock rings and you ask for who. So if every morning you're questioning why you're coming to work, maybe you shouldn't. So that was the third one. Now moving on to the fourth one. You're turning down business because of work meetings. The day you say, I can't take that 250K deal because I have a Zoom at 2, is the day you need to seriously decide which schedule and income stream matters more to you.
Now, another thing you should look out for as well is if you've caught a financial runway, because we won't tell you to quit your job if you do not have something to fall on, okay? So we've got a couple of things for you to look out for. At first, it should be a calculated move, not just something you jump into. If you have at least 6 months living expenses saved, you don't have any debt to to repay, and you have a steady client list for the business you're running on the side, trust me, and don't just give it, you're gliding at this point, because it means your next 6 months is covered. And in those 6 months, you're still working, which means you're definitely still making money because of your steady client list. If you've got something like that, trust me, that 9 to 5 you're doing, it's not worth it.
I also tell you, your 9 to 5 feels like a speed bump, not a stepping stone. If your day job no longer challenges you and instead slows you down, your personal business growth is not serving you anymore. Your trading progress is for paycheck. I think it's time for you to hand in that resignation letter.
All right, then. Another thing we're trying to look out for, we would always tell you to look out for the big picture when it comes to your business, right? Regardless of if you're doing a 9 to 5 or not. So if you can see the bigger picture for your SME, it means it's time for you to step out. Now, if you've mapped out where you want your business to be in the next 1 to 3 years, and you've done the math and you know your market, this isn't just about feeling ready, because some will tell you I was born ready. You were also born to suffer, in case you do. So it's about having the numbers to prove that you are. You want this and this and this for your business in the next 1 to 3 years. It's going to cost you this amount of money. You have that amount of money. You've got the clientele to, sell your business to. This is a clear plan of what your business would look like if you quit your 9 to 5. If you have none of that sorted, trust me, sit your behind down and keep doing your ESR.
I agree. Last one I will be taking is you are more excited about your side hustle than your salary. When closing a client deal gives you more joy than your payday at the office, you have emotionally left the 9 to 5 already. The rest is just logistics. That's it. I'd just like to say that don't quit your plan or if you're 9 to 5, if you have not put things in place like Josh mentioned. Your 9 to 5 cannot feed you. Your side hustle can't feed you. Your side hustle can't pay your rent. It can't buy you clothes. It can't fix your tooth. It can't do anything. I don't think it's the right time for you to cleanse. Stick to that 9 to 5.
Oh my god, I saw that so told you I've been there. That's so good. It will be fun. We'll be really ashamed. All right, then that pretty much wraps it up with the How I Said Before today. We're giving you 8 tips so far. And if you can follow all of this and all of this apply to you, trust me, maybe it is time, maybe it is not time. It is still your decision at the end of the day. But remember, you cannot stay at that 9 to 5 forever. All right, get ready to move on. Good music still coming your way. This is Sweet Serenade, Pusha T and Chris Brown on the Isle.
The Isle 95.9.
Hello, my name is Antoinette, the host of the Isle Express on the Isle 95.9 FM. If you enjoy the content you just watched, do well to like and subscribe so you can enjoy more.